All right, let's dive into a really powerful shift in how we get results from AI. This is all based on the AI Context and Prompt Engineering book for 2026, and it's about one big idea: how to stop hoping for a good answer from AI and how to start engineering a great one every single time.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You ask an AI a question, and the first answer is pure genius. The next one? It's completely useless. You can even ask the exact same question twice and get these wildly different results. It feels like you're just pulling the lever on a slot machine. But what if I told you it has nothing to do with luck? So the book has a great name for this exact feeling: the AI quality lottery. And it's really the #1 frustration for pretty much any professional using AI today. You know these tools are incredibly powerful, but getting that power consistently feels impossible. Well, it turns out there's a reason for it, and it's not random at all.
And here is the core fundamental insight: the huge gap between a mediocre AI output and a fantastic one. It's not about the clever words you use, and it's not even about which AI model you're using. It's all about the background, the framing, the little world you build for the AI before you even ask your question.
This idea takes us way beyond what we thought was cutting edge just a year or two ago. The entire conversation used to be about prompt engineering, finding those magic words. The 2026 approach is so much more powerful. It's called context engineering.
This slide just nails the shift in mindset. Prompt engineering, the old way, was all about the question. Context engineering, the new way, is all about the briefing. It's the difference between yelling a question at a stranger on the street versus sitting down with a talented colleague to solve a real problem.
I love this analogy from the book because it's perfect. If you just ask that brilliant but totally clueless consultant a question, yeah, you'll get a smart, generic answer. But what if you spend just 10 minutes briefing them first, getting them up to speed? Suddenly you get an answer that is tailored to your reality. That is the exact leap we need to be making with AI. So we have to stop treating AI like a simple search box and start treating it more like a new member of the team. That whole briefing process, that is the skill of context engineering. So, okay, how do we actually do it?
Well, the book breaks it down into these 5 layers. Now, most of us, we only ever provide layer 2, the what you need part. But adding the others is where the magic really happens. Layer 1, who you are, tells the AI its audience. Layer 3, why it matters, gives it the stakes. And layer 5, examples. Oh, that's the most powerful of them all. It lets you show the AI what a good answer looks like, which totally transforms the quality of its response.
Now that sounds great in theory, but it also sounds like a lot of work to do every single time, right? Well, the book offers this super practical tool you can build in 5 minutes and then use forever. It's called your personal context block.
And it is exactly what it sounds like. It's a short paragraph all about you and your professional world. You write it one time, save it in a notes app or somewhere handy, and you just paste it at the beginning of any important AI conversation. It is the absolute fastest way to turn that brilliant stranger into a fully briefed colleague.
And here's the template. It looks so simple, but it is incredibly effective. And notice, it's not just about your job title. It's about your communication style, your strengths, and even what you personally consider a good answer. This is how the AI learns to adapt not just to your job, but to you.
Okay, let's see this in action. We've got 2 people here, a corporate finance manager and a startup founder. Now, imagine they both ask the AI the exact same question: how should I structure my Q3 budget presentation? Because of their different context blocks, the finance manager gets a detailed corporate-style response. The founder gets a lean, startup-focused plan. Same question, but 2 completely different and way more useful answers.
So, once you have your context block down, you can start using some of the more advanced techniques. Think of these like little upgrades you can bolt onto any prompt to solve some of the most common AI failures. You've definitely seen this one. The AI gives you a recommendation that sounds incredibly confident, super convincing. But how do you know if it's actually solid? How do you stress test it before you go and act on it?
You use the devil's advocate test. This simple instruction forces the AI to argue against its own recommendation, to find the holes in its own logic. It is a really powerful way to see the weaknesses in an idea before you commit to it in the real world.
Okay, here's another huge frustration. You ask a complex, nuanced question, but the AI just gives you a generic, surface-level answer. It's just matching the most common version of your question, not your specific situation.
This before you answer instruction is the solution.
It forces the AI to just pause and think a little deeper. So instead of just jumping to the first conclusion, it considers the nuances of your request, it identifies assumptions you might not even realize you're making, and it ultimately provides a much more insightful response.
You know, when you put it all together, these techniques aren't just a list of tricks. They really point to a fundamental mindset shift about changing how we see our relationship with these amazing tools. This is the core transformation right here. We are moving from asking a question to a stranger on the street and just hoping for the best, to briefing a smart, capable colleague who has all the context they need to give you their best work.
And that leaves us with one last question to think about. The next time you open up an AI chat for an important task, don't just dive in with your question. Take a moment and ask yourself, if this were my new, brilliant colleague, how would I brief them for success? Because that simple shift in thinking, it's going to change everything.